Hi, welcome to another Canto Cumulus Roboflow training movie. Today we're going to focus on moving a record and the asset to another catalog, and we are doing this with the latest version Cumulus 9.2. I have here two old workflows that Cumulus 8 style would move a record from one catalog to another. How is this done? This workflow searches for a record with a certain status, and then it says move record and file, and it would move it to the other catalog. However, if this file was to be in a vault, that did not work. You first had to export the file, move the record, and then set the asset reference separately. In Cumulus 9, this would have looked like this. You would choose a hotcollection workflow, and in the hotcollection workflow you would have a from catalog, and if I go to Cumulus, I can build a little query searching for records with a certain status. So here I can say advanced mode empty, simple mode, and I go to status field and I say status is found. Okay, find, I have one record. Good, so I want this query. I copy paste it. I go back to Roboflow, sorry, old interface, new interface, and here I can just paste it in. If you want to test, you can always test which catalog. The from catalog is up there, there it is, and that's the query, and I can say okay. Oh, sorry, I had to say test and not okay, of course. Test, no catalog, yeah, stupid. From catalog test, and there you have the same record. So my query is valid. Then here you would create, we would open a catalog, the target catalog, and the target catalog in this case is a catalog called to vault catalog, and I call it target catalog. I usually here give some extra help so that you can nicely always read what you are opening. Good practice is whenever you open a catalog, always to close it immediately. That way you do not forget. You see close catalog, and if you want you can say that you are closing the to vault catalog here. And then the next thing would be that you would say new catalog, first file folder. We are going to create a folder where, oh sorry, I said the wrong instruction. Good. And new, here file folder, and then I need to select store path as folder, and I'm going to have in my application folder, I'm just going to create a temporary folder to where I'm going to create this. Create folder if not exists, temp folder. Good, like that. And now next step is new, and conditional here, no sorry, not conditional. Now I need to export the record, the file from the record. So it's either here, and it's convert asset from record, or copy asset from record. It depends what version you have. In the old version, Cumulus 9 version, you would have to do it this way: convert asset from record and use copy original asset. In the new version, you can use copy asset from record, and we would say from which record and to which folder. We could the asset handling set, I'm at this point just using standard, make sure it exists, and then copied file and copy asset from record gives me enough information. And then the next thing is that now I need a record function. I'm going to copy move my record to the other catalog. So in this case, I'm going to move it to the target collection. What am I going to do? Well, you can copy or move. In this example, I'm going to choose copy, otherwise I lose my record. And permission, well, the permission template, I'm using the default, make sure it exists. And then I have a new record. Good, I have a new record in the new catalog. And the next thing to do is set the asset reference. So catalog set asset reference. That means that in the new record, I'm setting the asset reference to the copied file, for which I need the standard asset handling set and the default permissions. And just be sure, I'm going to select any catalog, but be careful, you should select the right catalog, because permissions can be bound to a certain catalog. And I'm setting the asset reference, so that's how you can do it. And then finally you would copy the file. So record, sorry, you would delete the original file in that temp folder. So file folder, delete. Okay, which I want to delete. That's how you would do it in Cumulus 9. The only problem with this workflow is that this works for vaulted catalogs, except if the vault is configured as exclusive. So as always an exclusive. If we look here in our, let's make that a little bit smaller. If we look in our target vault catalog, you will see that the target vault catalog is here set to always an exclusive, and the set asset reference instruction does not work in that catalog. So this instruction is not allowed on an exclusive catalog. So in Cumulus 9.2 we would I'm going to make a new example, and now we are going to do it in Cumulus 9.2. In Cumulus 9.2, this is how you do it. We have a new workflow, and I can set it to run on demand. The parameters this is the same. I have to open my catalog, but I no longer need that temporary folder. I no longer need to copy that, and I no longer need the set asset reference, and I don't need to delete file. I'm cutting this, and I'm saying new. Oh, what I do need is a new instruction that here is called copy asset from record to vault record. So what you need to do is you need to from and then to, so from the record, I didn't select it correctly, to, and then vault name, folder name, normally not necessary, so you can leave it empty. and then we do standard. Okay, there's one thing wrong with this picture. That is that, of course, you first need to copy it before the record exists. So we copy the record. If you want to move it, you should not do move here because it still needs the original record. So even if you want to do a move, you have to do a copy in this stage because you will still want that asset. So here we say copy move record, new record, and that way you are copying the record, and here you are copying the asset to the other catalog's vault. And then finally, if you want to do a delete, you can you would say here new, and you would have record, then delete, oh sorry, not record file, just delete record. Delete record and file gives me the option, this one, and then here you can say delete record and file, and that's the new workflow. That's how you do it in Cumulus 9.2. So let's test the workflow. First, I'm gonna disable this one. I have a little remark on this one. It says here run at 12.10, so 10 minutes after midnight. This is not the correct setting for it. This is just text, so this doesn't matter. It's this that counts. If you only want to run this at 10 past midnight, then you have to prefix this with an exclamation mark. The exclamation mark tells it not to run at restart. Roboflow should always be configured with a daily restart, and if you don't put an exclamation mark in front of it, it will start whenever Roboflow is restarted. So if you want it only to run once, you could also define it on -1, and then it would just run every day when Roboflow is restarted. So at this point I want to disable this workflow, so I'm going to put a 0 in front of it, and then I'm going for OK. I'm gonna start my workflows. Normally you don't have to start your workflows, but here it's running as in the old interface, so that's why I have to click on start. Normally as a service it is already running, so there's no need to do this. And I'm going to select this workflow, and I'm going to say start. Remember, we had here this record that was falling under that query, and so I go back here and I say start, and that means that this record in a few moments should disappear, and it's gone. So let's verify in the target catalog, and let's do a show location, and it says it's now in the vault. So this was another Roboflow training movie explaining how to move a record, an asset of a record, into another catalog that is vaulted with exclusive assets. Thank you for joining, and see you in another movie.